On guys, gonna talk about in terms of how the markets are shaping up. So three things that you're going to learn from this video is number one is where the markets are going to head in 2018, in terms of why are we looking at for the markets to go where we are talking about. So let's go into the charts. We're looking on this chart over here, the S&P 500 chart. So looking at this S&P 500, let's look on the weekly chart. So what you're looking on here is the moving averages, the long-term moving averages. So these are short-term moving averages. So these are the guppy moving averages, where the long-term moving averages is going to show you where the long-term investors are invested, and the green one on here are the short-term moving averages, where the short-term investors are expecting the price to be. So going in terms of how fast, so if you look on this chart on here, right now we are consolidating near the highs, right? If you look on this region, right, let me just draw this thing on here, right, there we go. So right now we are consolidating near the above the concentration high. So if you look on this range after this big volatility in January, we're trying to see, now you're seeing the volatility trying to contract. What you're trying to see is, instead of big candles, now we're starting to see smaller candles, which means we are kind of back in normal in terms of trading. The long-term moving averages, I mean, they're still trending on the upside. I mean, there's no collapse on the for the long-term investors. Short-term, there has been panic, but long-term, the bias is still on the upside. I also want to draw your attention on the underlying surface, right? What exactly is going underneath the surface? So if you look on this, which is the finviz.com, if you go on screeners, what I really want to see is in terms of each sector, what is going on in the sector, right? So when you talk about money being put on the table, when the markets are good, few key sectors you want to take a look at in terms of the services and the technology, right? I mean, those are the sectors where is more of a risk on the market, then that's where the money should be flowing into. So we look on these two sectors, right? So we look at sector services, industry stocks only, average volume over $1 million, over 1 million shares. We do an overview based on market cap. So we want to see large cap companies, right? So services is where you'll see the Amazon, the Alibaba, the Walmart, the Home Depot, the Disney, and so on, right? So if you look on the charts over here, right? So let's pull the charts. So I'm looking at the top few charts, right, to see if there is any kind of market weakness. So we're looking at the super large cap names, right? Companies which is as much as $920 billion. So we look at the charts. I mean, do you really see any idea of a panic, right? That is what we don't see is the market really going down, right? What do you really see on here? Amazon, Alibaba, Walmart, Disney, Home Depot, Netflix, McDonald's. I mean, after the big up move, this looks like there's rotation going on, right? Sometimes Amazon is going up, sometimes Alibaba is going up, so there's rotation going in the names in the services sector, right? If you just keep on scrolling down, you don't really see any kind of a downtrend in these names. There are some names that are a bit extended, but you don't see any downtrend going on right now. The other sector you want to take a look at is in terms of technology sector, right? So technology, you have the big ones, the Googles, the Microsofts, the Facebook, the Intel, Cisco, and so on, right? So once again, look at the monthly chart on here. Do you guys see any panic over here? There's no panic going on whatsoever. I mean, there are some charts which is going sideways after a big move, with something like Adobe, Accenture, VMW, Baidu. I mean, you don't see any panic going on across the board, right? So which means, based on the underlying, there's no panic in the market. So those are two reasons why I foresee 2018 to be, we'll still see a lot of up move in the market. Right now we are in the consolidation phase. We just got out of consolidation phase, maybe a few more days of sideways before we see a big push in the end of the year. If you like the video, please do like and subscribe, and have a good one.